gets past me, you see, and it's just coming up to about 25 minutes to 10 o'clock in the morning. So do come and join us. You're very, very welcome. And a big dinky do to you from me, Scottie McClue. Hashtag FloatI, the first lord of the internet. Remember, never to scroll, never to troll. If you come across Scottie McClue, stay with us 5 minutes, of course, and you will thoroughly be enjoying yourself. This is a big live. This is not just any live. This is the one for you. So do come and join us Sunday morning. Nothing gets past me, as I say, 25 minutes to 10. So there we are. Nikki's just joined us. Welcome, Nikki. Lovely to have you with us. And a very good morning from me, Scottie McClue. Now, we had some fantastic reactions. Lovely, lovely live last night, of course. And there's the Scottie McClue interview. And it's in so many parts, but you seem to have an insatiable attitude and appetite for it. So there you are. So I don't mind. We'll get the parts to you. But it was obviously quite a big interview with Spike in America there. Fantastic. Morning, boss. Morning, Frank. Dinky do. Lovely to have you with us, and a very, very warm welcome on this Sunday morning. Scottie McClue is live on TikTok just for you. The LGBTQ still goes on. We had to stop the comments. There was one horrible, horrible woman. I mean, she was really quite vile. And I've never come across anything like that on TikTok. She's the only vile person we've ever come across on TikTok. Horrible person. But maybe she had a lot of challenges and problems. But you'll probably see her on the TikTok videos there. Morning, boss. Dinky do. Get yourselves on and enjoy yourself. Hello, everyone. Hello, Dr. TikTok. How lovely to have you with us, and a very warm welcome from Scottie McClue live on Sunday morning. Happy Sunday to you, Scottie. 68 bin man. I take it you're not working on a Sunday. How lovely to have you with us, and thank you for everything you do, and thank you to your colleagues as well, of course. Very, very important. So good of you all to come and join us. The TikTok community, outstanding until we were talking about the LGBTQ. A lot of these people are not doing themselves any favors because they're aggressive and angry and rude. And I thought, this is not really what society is about. All I was saying was, should straight people be included? So you've got LGBTQS. Very important. Good morning, Scottie. Dinky do. She was probably on the sauce. I hope she feels terrible and guilty today. Good one, Frank. Yes, absolutely. If she'd been on here, we'd just have put her straight down the Swanee. That would have been the thing for her, I say. Nigel's joined us. Dinky do, Nigel. Lovely to have you with us. And a very, very warm welcome this Sunday morning to Scottie McClue live on TikTok just for you. Lewis has joined us as well. Always lovely to have you guys with us. And if you're scrolling through, some of you might still be in bed, because I know a lot of people don't work on Sunday. Good morning from Calder Crooks, Scottie. Good morning to you from Calder Crooks. Have I said it right? Hello from Helensbrand, Scotland. The home of Henry Bell. Yes, indeed. And also your man from the television. We love that. John Logie Baird. Tremendous stuff. Helensburgh. I used to go there 7 times a day when I worked on the ferry. Is that not just amazing? The pier was in great nick then. Scotland get battered everywhere they go. Well, Phil, they can do sometimes, yes. Her head is already down there. Absolutely, Frank. If we were in the gutter, she'd be looking up at us. Simple as that. But she's a baddie. There's no doubt about it. Now, who have we got here? I actually had to say to her, do you speak to your parents like that? You know what I mean? She was so very rude. Now, you could just, if you're asking a question, people need to be civilized in their answer and not cheek up. That's what I say. And they didn't do the LGBTQ movement any good. I can tell you that for nothing. Right, lovely to have you with us, Robin Hood. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Hello from Shropshire. I love Shropshire. I can remember a lovely Sunday visit to Iron Bridge and Telford. Beautiful, beautiful. Lovely to have you with us. Favourite place in Scotland? All of it. Every last square inch. The big schemes, the lot. Scottie McClue's welcome anywhere in Scotland. How's the weather with you today? Please answer a little slower so I can translate it. Where are you from that you're requiring a translation? Edinburgh. So there you are. No, the weather is, it's excellent. There's been a shower of rain, so the world has had a wash, which it could probably have done with, because we've had a lot of very hot, sunny days, but very beautiful. I'm so sorry for my friends in Athens. So I say to you, Kalamera and Yasu, to our Greek friends. They're having a tough time with the heat and with the fires. So there we go. Now, thank you very much, Nigel. Nigel, are you, hang on, I think Nigel's spamming us. Are you spamming, Nigel? Remember, you never, ever, ever, ever spam Scottie McClue. And you never, ever, ever, ever troll Scottie McClue. So sadly, Nigel, what we'll do with you is, and I like your wee selfie, don't get me wrong, we'll put you down the Swanee, we'll toast you. Nigel Buckenbury's gone, guys. There we are, a thing of the past. Bye, Nige. Ta-ra-la. That's it. And he is blocked, he's gone. So there we are, what an idiot. I mean, people, these trolls never learn, do they? I don't know. Look at Nigel spamming away there like a halfwit. Scottie, the LGBTQ people have a flag for straights. So there we are. And I'll tell you what. So, right. White and black, striped like a jail jumpsuit. Yes. So there's actually a hatred element there. That's very wrong. Yes, we don't like that one, I can tell you. There we are, fancy. That's his dude. I know. I've come back to watch and hang out. Yeah, the Minty Green, you need to hang out with Scottie McClue, particularly on a Sunday morning. This is huge. I mean, this is absolutely massive. Scottie McClue's TikTok lives, have a look at it and follow us. Has anybody followed this morning, or are you all just too cool for that? Top left-hand corner, click the plus, please. In fact, I think I've got this to tell you what you're watching. You're watching Scottie McClue, the First Lord of the Internet, live on TikTok. Dinky-doo, follow, like, share. Enjoy all the videos and tell 10 to tell 10. Now, I will be posting it on the TikTok videos, well, a few minutes of it. Last night, for the very first time ever, I presented a show on YouTube at 11 o'clock called Cars. That's all it's called, Cars. And it's a half-hour chat about cars, and a handful of people even joined us, although nobody knew about it. Very, very first edition. So can I suggest you get onto the Scottie McClue YouTube channel, subscribe, and have a look at cars, because we're probably going to make it a regular thing. And all it is a talk about cars. Anything to do with cars. So there we are. You got rid of them swiftly. What do we got here? Morning from Batley West. We love Batley West. Yes, indeed. I remember going to look at an old hall for sale in Batley. Batley was just down the road from Sheffield. And I remember going to, well, up the road, I would say. And I remember going over to see Batley. Yes, in beautiful Yorkshire. We love it. Aye, that's it, Scottie. Fox's Biscuits, Batley, aye. You help yourself, Scottie. No trolls never learn, but good you got rid of them swiftly, O.J. Fox. Straight down the Swanee with these half-witted idiots. Not a problem. And apart from them, the people on here are gorgeous. Scottie, have a day off. Mark, every day's a day off, isn't it, really, if you've got the right attitude to your work. Does Scotland have anything like fairy mounds? Oh, Minty Green. We're falling down with it. Ireland as well, very good. A lot of Scots, of course, dance with the fairies at the bottom of Dingley Dell. There we are. Hi, Scottie. I was in your show last night. Heron, how fantastic. What did you think of it? Do you think that could be a goer for us? Dinky-doo, Scottie, dinky-doo, Daz Jones. A very, very warm welcome this Sunday morning to Scottie McClue live on TikTok Live, just for you, and a big dinky-doo to you. Dinky-doo, everybody. Follow us as soon as you come on. You've got more waffle than a Captain Birdseye. Well, TikTok, you see, we're not actually waffling at all. We're talking to people. We're talking to real people with high-quality content. And if you've got something to discuss, so you're actually the waffler, are you with me? You haven't come on with anything important. You've just come on and cheeked up a wee bit. But we don't mind. Not a problem. There we are. West Yorkshire, not South. Aye, West Yorkshire, that's it. South Yorkshire's old Sheffield. So I went north to Batley. Northwest. Yes, aye, over to Batley. Very nice. I liked Batley, lovely Yorkshire town. Scotty, how you get 17k and no friends? Well, Angville, you see, I can't follow anybody, otherwise huge jealousy breaks out. How come you followed her and no me? Do you see what I mean? And it causes a stushy. So there we are. Shureville, no, we don't do any of that, Jason, on here. That's for the kind of caca that you're used to dealing with. This is high-quality content. So no review, none of that nonsense. You don't troll and you don't scroll. There we are. Good morning from Birkenhead and Merseyside, Scotty. Daz Jones, I love Birkenhead. Through the tunnel from Liverpool there, right over to Birkenhead and the Wirral. Well, we love it. So a very good morning to you. Love the bones of you, so we do, in Birkenhead. There we are, fantastic. The big boats used to dock at Birkenhead when they lay up for the summer, the Isle of Man Steam Packet Company. Have you ever heard of that? You've been everywhere so nice, you're able to engage us all. Thank you. Well, J. Fox, yes, I don't know if you're of the Biscuit family from Batley, but yes, we're able to engage all over the UK. I know it so well. It's lovely, lovely. Definitely carry on with the show. It was amazing. Thank you, Heron. And I mean, we're really just getting started. Lovely people like your good self joining us. Guys, if you wonder what Heron and I are talking about, last night, for the very, very first time ever, we did a show on YouTube called Cars, and we think we're going to do it again. So there we go. Good morning from Inverurie. I fit like an Inverurie. Yes, I'm the queen that does this trip at Inverurie. Fantastic. We love it, and we love Inverurie, and we love Ken, the northeast. That's what it's about. I hope you're getting your breakfast this morning, having a few rowies, and perhaps some softies. Oh, Inverurie. It's middle of the night here in the States. I can't sleep. Suddenly there is Scotty, a walk with nature. Dinky do. Lovely to have you with us from the United States of America. Scotty McClue is massive in the United States. It's very interesting, isn't it? Scotty, just informing you of my safe return from the Isle of Man. Well done off. Good for you, because, you know, it's quite a bit away. It's quite a ferry journey. Can you try to pronounce my name? Isaiah. Oh, that's a nice one, Isaiah. We like that one. Follow us, guys, as soon as you come on. Definitely, says Daz. Who's trolling and scrolling? Well, a few people do. Sometimes they come across and think, oh, old guy, nah, not for me. But they need to waken up and realize this is big talk. This is TikTok's top talk show. I can only back for a catchback. Oh, Angville, no, you're only back to catch up, of course. And we're here. They certainly did. Sheffield better than Scotland. Scotland's very, very beautiful, but Sheffield has outstanding beauty. Derbyshire and South Yorkshire, outstandingly beautiful, guys. I've got to tell you that. You know, get yourself into Bakewell there, over to Chatsworth House. Get into Sheffield and have a look over the Wharncliffe Crags. Oh, man. The steam packet's still going. Of course, Mark, absolutely. But these were your wonderful old names. The Lady of Man, the Manx Man. You know, fantastic stuff. Follow us, guys, as soon as you can. Do you drink whiskey? I used to a long time ago, Melting Snowflake. Not now, but I do know my whiskies very, very well. I don't drink alcohol at all now. Good morning to Big Scotty. Have an outstanding day. Not for any reason other than I wanted to just drive at any time of the day or night and try to calculate all these units and length of time and all the math. Nah, give up the booze, everybody. Then you can forget the hangovers. Fit like mint, fit like fushodoos. A yaricht. Well, it's good to hear you ears, I'll say, fra Bonnie Aberdeen. That's what it's about. Hello, my friends. You're massive everywhere, Mark. We're very, very big. 2 billion people have heard of Scotty McClue. 2 billion. That's big. That is big. But I don't say I'm famous. When's your next OB? Yes, Frank, we must do some more OBs. They are very, very popular. As soon as you go outside, did you see the one on the log? Like the iceberg that hit the Titanic. Oh, doing the Swanee. Absolutely, yes, indeed. We see an iceberg. Most of it's below the surface. Who can drink 5 litres under adopt a ridiculous Parkinson? This is silly. Now, you're trolling and you're being a half-witted idiot, but I might leave you up, Parkinson, to see if you'll learn your lesson. Guys, what do you think? Think we should leave Parkinson up or doing the Swanee with him? What do you reckon? Jesus loves you, Lucent. Jesus adores us. Hallelujah. Praise Jesus. There we are. Hello, sir. Top of whatever time of day to you. Chief Joey, I'd say it's 10 minutes to 10. So top of the 10 minutes to 10 to you. And top of the morning to you as well, Chief Joey. Hello, sir. Absolutely. There we are. A jerry can. There we are. Oh, I've got you. Right, Parkinson. We'll leave you up. It was a joke. He said, who can drink 5 litres of petrol? He said, a jerry can. I'll tell you, don't try that at home now. Of course, that was for entertainment purposes only. Share the live as soon as you can, guys. Just Dinky-Doo, Roger. We don't muck about with Dinky-Doo because it's fully trademarked and copyrighted, you see. Lo, you know everywhere. I'm learning about our beautiful country from you. Thank you. Not at all, Jay, folks. You're very, very welcome. I gave up the booze. It's a lot easier. Oh, Maverick Lifestyle. It's fantastic. Lovely to have you with us, by the way, and thank you for all your encouragement. Whoa, Maverick Lifestyle. I don't know if you saw that TikTok video about the LGBTQ community. I just asked them a lovely, simple question. Oh, they went up in a blue light. So there you go. We had one very horrible, vile woman on. Gilbert Tram Dinky-Doo, thank you for following us. Instant like. Thank you, sir. Not at all. Do you drink scotch? No, Owen, non-alcohol. Who is this clown? Which clown are you talking about, Jade? There you are. Are you looking in the mirror by any chance? You half-wit. Where did you get this in doing the Swanee? I just made it up, Helen, because of the Swanee River, which is in America. Yes, the Swanee River. And we send them down the Swanee. We down upon the Swanee River. The old folks at home. I wonder if I could sell ice cubes to Yanks and say it's from the iceberg. Mark, you'd be amazing what the Americans are interested in purchasing. Can you say top of the morning, lads, please? Eddie, of course I can. Good to see you again. Thank you. Not at all, Maverick Lifestyle. Lovely to have you with us. You'd have been a great school teacher, Scotty. I could listen to you all day. David, what a lovely thing to say. That's actually one of my professions. So there you are. I literally love your accent, Eddie. Thank you. It's not really an accent. I think it's just the way I speak. I think that's what it's about. Rainbow Light, Floatie, hashtag Floatie, Scrag 1985. How lovely to have you with us on a big Dinky-Doo. There we are. Hashtag Floatie, all uppercase, First Lord of the Internet. It's amazing. It sits beside it on the title, First Lord of the Internet, hashtag Floatie. And the people that come on and go, what does Floatie mean? People don't look, do they? I mean, I'm Scotty McClue, 30th year, S-C-O-T-T-I-E. They still spell it S-C-O-T-T-Y. What's that about? Follow us. Thank you, Magella. Very much appreciated. Do you prefer your right or left shoe? They're both different sizes. Actually, you buy the same size of shoe, but your feet are different sizes. Did you know that? There we are. Follow us as soon as you can. Thank you, Eddie. Have you tried cooking eggs inside of a tomato or a bell pepper? It's tasty. I haven't. There's a little luxury I've denied myself. But I'll tell you what, I did have a little bit of cream in the scrambled egg yesterday. Is that overindulgent? There we are. A little bit of Scottish double cream. He's trolling and scrolling, says Melting Snowflake. Aha. We'll sort him out, Snowflake. Follow us, guys. Thank you, Owen. Very much appreciated. From the song, I'll have a look. I agree with you about the S. Well, why not, Maverick? Just stick it on. Then we're all inclusive. But I've had a better idea. We drop labeling altogether. 0 pronouns, 0 black, white, grey, 0 Christian, Muslim, Judaism. Drop everything and you are just a human being and you're known by your first name. And that's it. No more labeling. What do you think? Because it's divisive, you see. Hey, from London, what are your thoughts on the LGBTQ thing? I mean, I'm absolutely 100% fine with it, but I was thinking we could maybe add straight to it so that you're including everybody. We're inclusive on here, as you know. And I've asked them that, and a lot of them went up in a blue light. They're a bit precious about their own wee groups. But if you've got LGBTQ, they've obviously all amalgamated. So why not straight? So there we are. Chris says, don't ignore me. Diabetes. So you've got diabetes. I wouldn't ignore you because of any medical condition, Chris. So there you are. But did you say anything sensible? Super Scotty, a Sunday morning picture of health and positivity. A fine chap indeed. Bless you. I say, what a lovely thing to say. There we are. And there's our top man, Alfonso Belafonte. I feel more isolated being a white, straight female from the UK at the moment in today's culture. Yeah, so we need to change the culture so that all you would be is you. You don't have to be white or straight or even female. You just be you. So you are, your name, Maverick. Right, hi Maverick, how are you? And it doesn't matter what race, creed, colour, background, sexual proclivity, sexual orientation, pronoun, none of it should matter. So we need to change that. We need to push back against all this caca that's coming in to our society and our lives. It's offensive to be divisive. My father saw Frank Sinatra in Air. Have you seen him live? I didn't see Frank live at all. I saw Victor Borge. I see Victor Borge. He took my class. Oh, yes. Amazing. Thank you, Heron. Hello from London. I hope you're having a beautiful morning. We're having a fabulous morning. Just amazing. Coming up to 10 o'clock. You know, it's incredible. The time flies. Ignore the trolls. Will do, Eddie. We'll send them doing the swarry. I love you, says Grace. Grace, you are very kind. I took a boxing class over lockdown, but had to leave because it was LGBT. So there we are. So the LGBT lot were battering each other at boxing. Oh, dear. No, but if you'd see with a couple of very, very vile people, this woman in particular, you might even see her still there. Share the live, guys. Yes, I love the idea the most. There we are, no labels. There we are, follow us, guys, as soon as you can. Good idea. Doesn't work in practice. What doesn't work, Grace? Yes, your first name and your personality. Now you're talking, Maverick. We should judge people on their personalities. You and I would do quite well, 10 out of 10. Follow us, everybody. So there we are. Yes, black people. I know it's a very strange thought, isn't it? You know, absolutely. I remember saying that I had a very good friend who was black, and somebody said to me, Scotty, Labradors don't count. How do you prepare your beans on toast, big man? I don't actually do the beans on toast, because although beans are good for the heart, the more you eat, the more you tend to eat more of, you know, that sort of thing. Dinky do. Oh, no, hello from the Isle of Mull. Lovely to have the Mullocks on with us. Good morning. Are you from Tobermory? Are you from Salon? Are you from Lochscreeden? Are you from Finnafort? Are you from Dervig? Yes, whereabouts are you from on the beautiful gifted island of Mull? Lovely. Can you see Carl out your window? Not you, Scotty. No, Grace, not me. Kinda, Grace. Absolutely, we're kinda. You're okay. Oh, I'm okay. So there we are. What have we got here? Why is it people? Good morning, Scotty. My friend in Belgium is leaving his job because they're enforcing a subconscious bias about racism. Yes, you see, you can only have racism if you have other races. There is only one race, the human race. That would just lose racism in a moment. And also no referring to it. So say you don't refer to colour at all. One of the LGBTQ lot was telling me the other day that white is not a colour, it's a shade. Now, how can you have a shade of white? White is white. So there you are. And she was going to show us what you know. Study the history. Learn something. Now, I mean, you're talking to an expert in all these things. Before I post something, I know all about it. I saw something yesterday about Telly Savalas and his ghost meeting. Worth a look. Wow. Subconscious bias training about racism. Yes, absolutely. I do understand, Maverick. You are correct. Hey, Scotty Dinky, are you Scottish? Chunky, hang on a moment. Yes, I would say a lot of me is Scottish, but of course nobody is actually anything. You know, there was a guy claiming to be a pure Englishman. He was 65% Argentinian when he spat in a cup and they had a look at his DNA. Poor love. Masses grace. Hello, Scotty Dinky Doo Maverick. Thank you for your flags. You can only have racism with racists. Absolutely. You know, and usually a racist starts a conversation by, I'm not against anything. Ding dong. You know, absolutely. Scotty, can you say hi to Sophia and Polly? Soph, of course I can. Dinky doo. Scotty the Scot. Can you live when you sleep? Grandpa, well, you see, Grandpa is you trying to be a bit ageist. And so I can call you Great Grandpa if you want to go down that road. So can you do live when you sleep, Great Grandpa? Yes, Great Grandpa, you can. Okay, Great Grandpa. Okay, Algin. Fashion, music, and art have been fighting against racism for years, but you know, absolutely, Maverick. Of course they have. And so have I. People are people. Now then, but the politicians don't like that, you see, because how are they going to get any kind of grip on society if you can't divide and rule? There you are. Scotty, how are you? I have a bone to pick with you today, boy. Come on, Lahoob. Pick your bone, my boy. There we are. Dinky Doo, thank you for sharing live. Thank you for following. Thank you, Neil Coles. Have you owned motorbikes in your colourful past? Think about getting into the two-wheeled world. Cole Brandis, I'm not. I know a bit about bikes, but they're old-fashioned now. The only motorcycle I actually owned was a 49.9cc moped. And it was called a Rally Runabout. Cost me £6 from a friend. And it was a great wee thing. You can still have a look at it. It's a lovely thing. There was the Rally Runabout and the Mobilette. So look into these. But bikes, I personally feel they're very dangerous nowadays. I mean, superb riders, bike riders are brilliant, but it's the car drivers. You know, I was taken on the back of a bike not too long, about a year or two ago, and we went not very far, and I started to think, I think we'll just go back. But we went out for the day, and he took me at some remarkable speed, and it was amazing. It was amazing. It really was wonderful. But I can remember being on the back of a BSA Lightning or a Thunderbolt. I think it was a Lightning. Beautiful thing with a golden chrome tank, a 650cc. You labelled the Irish leaders as 16 as terrorists. Please explain they were freedom fighters. No, I never ever labelled the Irish leaders as terrorists. No. They were the Irish leaders. Amongst them were some terrorists who caused terror. So there we are. But the early IRA wasn't quite so bad. It had grown out of the Republican Brotherhood. But what we had in the late 60s, 70s, 80s, and even up till early 90s was that was terror. Yeah, that was just... what they should have done was shown their faces and marched down the street. That's what I would have done. Right down the main streets and go, there's Sean so-and-so, and there's Michael, and there's Paul, and... oh, my goodness me, I didn't think he was in. How did I wind up here with a Scot? Because Rin's music, you like culture and quality, and that was what came across first. Absolutely, they were freedom fighters. Now, only to an extent. Please tell me you're no a Tory, Scottish lad. I'm no on anything. I am apolitical. That's why... one of the reasons I don't work on the big mainstream stations, because one of the bosses was heard to say, what about, can we get Scotty McClue? And he went, I see, we don't know his politics. And of course, I'm apolitical. He could have asked. There we are. These people never ask. It's very interesting. Big bosses, they go, oh, I don't know him. I know Scottie McClue. You say, do you know him? Have you met him? Have you talked to him? What about having him in for a coffee? There we are. I actually said that to a big boss at the BBC. Do you not fancy a coffee? You're so entertaining. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Grace. How lovely to have you with us in Dinky Doo. Thank you. I'm so glad to know that I still entertain. Then I can leave the country as soon as possible. Called Brandis talking to Maverick. I love you, says Saint Solange. Saint Solange, good morning to you. Bonjour. Parlez-vous français? Je regrette, mais je ne parle pas français très vite. C'est un peu lentement. Peut-être je comprends. Scottish people don't use conservative and democratic. No, Grace, I don't think the Conservatives don't really do much business in Scotland. But I was wondering if the Conservatives should unite with the SNP. And you'll see the results of that on TikTok, on the TikTok videos. Get onto them. Don't ignore the TikTok videos because they're big and they've got some huge quality on there. A Republican and Liberal, absolutely. We don't want a Republican Scotland. Why the Brit votes on Brexit? Well, that chunky lover was a con. Some very, very wealthy people backed the Leave campaign and obviously approached the government and said, look, if we stay in the EU, we're going to have to pay tax. You need to get us out of here. So the government thought, right, we'll fix it up. We'll pretend that the people are having a say and we'll, a huge split. And we don't need to act on it, but we will act on it. And we'll take them out of where they've been happy for 50 years. We'll take 4 countries out of the world's top trading bloc and dump it so that you don't have to pay your tax. Don't worry, don't worry. So that's what's happened. There we are. So Brexit is the biggest act of self-harm since World War I. It's cost us already. The UK is 350 billion quid down the Swanee, 250 billion pounds of that to date is Brexit with absolutely nothing to show for it. So don't let them pass it off as COVID and the pandemic. Okay, you did, Scotty, look back in your show about the peace process. You said the English were executed. Yes, well, they were, Lahoub, that's true. The British were executing the Irish leaders because they were a perfect nuisance. And they were causing a lot of trouble, and they were dangerous. So they were terrorists. So I'll just double underline that. There we are. But Lloyd George, because so many had relatives in the UK, Lloyd George said, well, Ireland was the UK at the time. Lloyd George said, what are you doing over there? They said, we're executing this mob. I said, well, can you stop it? Can you stop it? Because it's causing terrible, terrible trouble over here. It's causing trouble for me. So that was it. Lloyd George was the Prime Minister at the time. David Lloyd George, Welshman. Great character, terrific character. And anyway, they said, we'll stop at the big school teacher. And that was Dev. Yes, the tall fellow with the long shadow. So there we are. So yes, okay, Lahoub, I'll take your word for it. Then if I did say that, then I was 100% correct. So that's that. A true Scotsman, absolutely, yes, but totally different than American. Rins, absolutely, but the Americans love Scottie McClue. There we are. You're so pretty. Marry me. Oh, Grace, what a lovely thing to say. Bless you. Irish terrorists just before the First World War, and Dev was next in line. That's it. There we are, Lahoub. You're quite right, and that's true. That is 100% correct. But it was, do you execute the terrorists or do you let them live? Because remember, the death penalty didn't leave the UK till 1965. Follows as soon as you can. We pay more tax than most of Europe anyway. Well, of course, but you see, the thing was, when we were in Europe, we had a seat at the big table. And with our dear friends and allies, Germany, we actually controlled 30% of the world's top trading bloc. A huge market access and clout. 50 years of peace and prosperity. We were sitting at the top table there. 510 million people in 53 countries. And then these half-wits took us away from it, out of it, and will have fragmented Britain and caused economic annihilation. Still to come. UK is the worst wages. Oh, shocking, Maverick. Over there, if you're for Brexit, you're the equivalent of a Conservative. Well, I'm sure that's true, but I mean, over here, you're regarded as left-wing if you support Brexit. You see, I don't think it's political at all from that point of view. It's not party political. It was the result of a party political stunt that went horribly wrong for the Tories. But it was an argy-bargy within the Conservative Party. And of course, Cameron lost his premiership over it. I quite agree the IRA of the 90s reasons were right, but not their means. No, LaHoub, no, they weren't. Their means were, see, they blew themselves apart. The movement just splintered after Lord Mountbatten was murdered. That was just wrong, of 100% wrong on every single front. And had the IRA had some really good leadership at the time, they would have gone to speak to Lord Mountbatten. He understood all about freedoms, and boy, was that man well connected. So, he could probably have done some help there. And he liked, Dickie Mountbatten was a wonderful man. He liked to, sort of dabble in important matters. That was him. I'm not having the leaders of the 16 labelled as terrorists. Well, that's what they were, LaHoub, to the British government. So, you might not like it being an Irishman, but that's what they were. But amongst it, there would be some with good hearts. But in those days, the British were very swift to deal out summary justice. So there we go. Trump, and of course, I've been the first to admit there were a lot of mistakes made, Roke Park being one. But that's Irish politics all the way back. What Ireland needs to do is stop killing anybody at all, and get Britain to do the same in relationship to Ireland. So the end of all that, the peace process is very big because America is a very powerful influence. And it's been said if there's any acting up, then America will step in and put a stop to it, and that's big. They were fit like Scotty rally or rally runabout. The rally, the first one, and it was the rally runabout. So look it up. You'll see it's an outstanding moped, Brandis. Used to pedal it to start, and then this wonderful wee 50cc engine cut in, and you took off. You could do about 25, 30 on them, I think. I'm pretty sure. A wonderful thing. There we are. Ask him if the election was stolen. In America, it may well have been. See, Donald Trump, when you see a leader getting very bad propaganda, and I know it upset the mainstream media, when you see that, always be very wary, because it could be Donald Trump was right on a lot of things. Absolutely. But they weren't terrorists, Scotty. I'm not having that. LaHoub, you might not be having it, but it is a fact. And as an Irishman, you won't like it. That's like me saying that, the Scots at Culloden were not fighting the English. That's like me saying, you see, Stinking Billy, the Duke of Cumberland, the king's brother, he was a real baddie. I mean, King William was a real baddie and morally bankrupt. He was a shocker. He caused the Darien scheme. He caused the Scottish economy to crash. So we understand all these things, LaHoub. Was the American election stolen? We don't know. We need to get the evidence. Yes, will we get it? Right. Cab's asking as well. Absolutely. Trump, says Cab. Yep, Cab's pro-Trump. Good man, Cab. So there we are. Rins, we've got all that. Yes, indeed. Bless your heart, says Cab. Not at all. I'm just, the truth will out, and Scotty McClue always tells the truth. Nothing wrong with that. And so have you got that, LaHoub? Terrorists. Yes, indeed. Now, there we are. Thank God for it being banned. Absolutely, Grace. My granddad was in the Black and Tans. Ooh, still, sir. I have to say their behaviour was pretty shocking. But Churchill was behind that, and Churchill, was a remarkable man, but he was also a very bad man in that he stabbed important people in the back because he felt they weren't doing his bidding. Lord Reith being one of them. And I would defend Lord Reith. He wasn't a great husband and father or family man, but he was a remarkable man. The death penalty is barbaric. People have been put to death also who were innocent set up. Get Start, couldn't agree with you more. The prisons absolutely detested having to carry out an execution. They used to do it very early in the morning because it was just so awful. But you had Albert Pierpoint, the hangman, who was exceptional at his work. So there you are. And he used to light a big cigar, put it in the ashtray, and know he'd be back before the ash fell. And he used to nip into the cell. He would have summed up the victim, and then he would have, the person to be put to death, and he would have gone in and said, right, we'll soon have your way, old fellow, don't worry, and boom, boom, boom. So there we are. Stop, I thought Brexit was a city. Scotty, they weren't terrorists, the Brits are the terrorists. So do you believe Dev was a terrorist? Dev, I don't think actually came under that so much. Dev was very, very switched on, and he realised what side Ireland's bread was buttered on, and that you don't, with violence, you don't actually get anything done. You see, it loses total credibility. Where you've got is a powerful voice. Remember, violence is a sign of failure in politics. So there we are. So the IRA had failed, and they then thought they would go to violence. Baba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. Absolutely, Cab, you have indeed. Follow us, guys, as soon as you can. So there we are. Curtis, you're ruining my night. Can you just let this man speak? Grace bless you. What, says Ultra? Lord Mountbatten, yes, well, Get Star, there's zero evidence to that. And remember, it's very easy to try and debunk somebody by using these kind of terms. But there's zero evidence for any of that. These are things that put about and gain arms and legs. Yes, indeed. Right, Cab, I think we'll send you down the Swanee for trolling. Cab's gone. There he is. End of Cab. Yeah, we're not having that. Tell me the Trumpies and emos aren't here now. Oh, yes, Trump's still about big style. He had a couple of rallies. He had one in Ohio and one in Florida a week or two ago. And very, very popular man, Donald Trump. I'm in London, Scotty. Dinky-doo luxury cars. How lovely to have you with us, and a very warm welcome. Are you my twin? So there we go, Cab's gone. Trump, the sequel, due 2024. There we are. Fauci. Oh, wow, right. Okay, Cab. I'm Scottish too. A lot of experts in here today, Scotty. Co-brandist. They're falling down with experts in here. My goodness. I cannot believe it. I don't believe it, as my fellow Greenokian would have said in his acting role. Hey, I don't know you, but I hope you have a fantastic evening. Meow. I don't know you. Meow. But I hope you have a fantastic evening, my darling. There we are. Gucci, thank you very much. Hi, good morning, Scouse Guy. We got the English out of Scotland, didn't we? Well, that was, no, not really. The English left Scotland and had a triumphal march in Edinburgh. We lost the battle at Culloden because they sent Butcher Cumberland up, and these people had zero morals at the time. Butcher Cumberland, he was the king's brother. Tell the Brits to stop killing the whole world just like America. Well, I think they're not doing any of that, Geth Star. You know, I think that's very much a thing of the past. I mean, the Queen was very, very, very popular when she went over to meet the Irish president. Guys, you need to leave. I miss when I was his favourite, Grace. Lovely to have you with us, and dinky-doo. America is a country of empire and imperialism. Geth Star, every country is. Ireland, yeah, everybody was Irish. The Irish fought and fought and fought. Yes, and conquered each other. The Irish have really always fought each other because they kind of know their enemy, you know. So that needs to stop immediately today, even if I have to go over and stop it myself. All right, so that's that. And, what you'll find America, huge empire, killing off the indigenous population as well. Britain killing off the indigenous populations. But then now we get into everybody else. Germany, France, Holland, Portugal, Spain. Every single one of them. The Rome, Italy, the old Roman Empire, all conquering and ruling. Vini, vidi, vici. So there we are. Cab, you need to leave. Nobody wants you here. He's gone, Grace, doing the Swanee with that half-witted idiot. We don't need America here. We have no oil. Are you kidding, Adam? There's enough oil, gas, and coal to do us for 1,000 years. We are falling down with oil. There we are. Very confused, but you can make me believe anything. No, just telling you the truth, not making you believe, whether you like the truth or whether you don't. I hate being English at the moment. Grateful for my quarter Scots. Never hate being anything, Maverick. You're a beautiful person. So don't hate anything of you at all. And English people are beautiful, beautiful people. England is a gorgeous country stuffed full of beautiful people. What Britain needs to do is stop colonising and oppressing these beautiful countries. Well, the hoop, it never has now. When did Britain last colonise anything? You see, you've got your freedom. Your freedom came, your day came. Yes, 199 years ago, almost 100 years ago. So you need to get into a new mindset. Yeah, Britain's not doing any of that. You've got your country back. All is well. There's nothing for you to moan or whinge about, and you need to start falling in love with Britain. Yes, because all these people you're talking about are long dead. We're here in America. We'll never end the war against Scot or Brit everywhere. Rins, what nonsense are you talking? Do you know that America wanted Bonnie Prince Charlie, the Scottish king-in-waiting, to be the king of America? What about that? There's one for you. What are you talking about today? First time watching, we're talking about everything Sky. As always, we are huge. Guys, don't say anything unless you need to. Quite right, Grace. Scotty, how are you, my friend? We're brilliant. Scotty, remember me, we need to, says Grace. Trumpies, lots of Trumpies on here. Yeah, big style. Because was Donald actually right? That's the question we're talking. Yeah, and was Uncle Sleepy Joe just parachuted in there? They stopped counting votes during the night, then continued in the morning. What's this you've been saying about Scotland leaving the United Kingdom? Well, that looks like it's on the cards, but they're not leaving the crown. So Her Majesty the Queen will remain as head of state in Scotland. Otherwise, independence is toast. Simple as that. Trump's hated mostly because he's Republican. Yeah, but you need to drop all these terms and think, what's the man saying? You see, we need more floating voters and less dogmatic people saying, no, I've always voted that way. My granny was very, very staunch. Forget all that, look at the individual. There we are. And now, what have we got here? The Scottish are all drunks. Well, you've got that totally 100% wrong. So we'll see if you are down the Swanee with this one. There we go. There we go. There we are. I'm a Scot and I'm not drunk. There we are. Do you think Boris Johnson is a good PM? Well, to be honest with you, that's no longer the influential position it was. He's in there, but there's a lot of people telling him what to do. So, you see, if I was Prime Minister, I would say, listen, I've told you, and that's what's happening now. Get on with it. I'll take the hit. You see, we're missing these kind of characters in society. Now, there we are, Dinky-Doo. Ben, thank you. We'll not go into that. What have we got here? The media will have you believe that, but the video of them locking the door. What are we talking about, Rins? I don't know what you're on about there, Rins. We've lost that one. If Scotland regains full parliamentary autonomy, it does not affect the union of the crowns. It certainly does not, HGR. But telling the Scots that it's not going down well, and these half-wits need to learn. They need to watch more Scottie McClue. Right? We're going to have to dash soon, guys. This man is under... This cow's an idiot. I think he's a good leader. What do you mean by the cost of living? Counting extra votes, pulling them under the table. Come on, it was stolen. Let me name you some realtors, not freedom fighters. The Black and Tans. Well, the Black and Tans were, but you see, they were a force sent in by the Crown at the time, by Parliament. So Churchill sent them in. But yes, I would apologise for the Black and Tans in a minute. So there you are. But that doesn't mean that the Irish leaders were not terrorists either, Lube. So you need to see both sides of it. There we are, Ben. We'll do what we can. Itsy Bitsy Spider, absolutely. I first met Spider-Man on the web. I own and buy cars, not sell them. Excellent stuff. So is that an O, Scotty? Because Dev was next in line to be murdered. Was he a terrorist or not? Well, I think Dev saw the light. He was in with terrorists, but he saw the light and he saved Ireland. There we go. Fantastic. Right. Can you give it a rest? No. Up the Scottish. Absolutely. Now, what have we got? Scotty, I'll never fall in love with Britain. We don't need Englishmen to rule us. There we are. Lahub, you need to start falling in love. That's it. Love the accent. There we go. There's somebody wanting blocked. Right, I'm going to have to dash. It's been so beautiful to be with you this morning, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, Scottie McClue Live. Get on to the TikToks. Follow me. A lot of you have failed to follow. Please get following as soon as you can. When we be live again, we'll do it. And remember to get onto Scottie McClue's YouTube channel and see the first edition of Cars, which went live last night at 11 p.m. on a Saturday night. Dinky-doo. Lovely to have you all with us. This is Scottie McClue saying dinky-doo to every single one of you. Have a gorgeous day. Love being you. Ta-ra, lads.